Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Barb.
And this is Carp Family Adventures. And this is our first video from our Panama Canal cruise.
So we're back, and
yeah.
and guess what ship we're on? Woohoo!
It's like we're on the Island Princess again, which is the same ship that we took our part of the world cruise to Australia and New Zealand. So
not the same cabin, but
no, different cabin, still a mini suite.
Yeah.
But we're recording now from Puerto Vallarta, which is our first stop. So this is day 4 of the cruise that we're recording. So we're going to talk about days 1 through 3.
God, that's already gone really fast.
Yeah, it's gone fast.
See, when you're having
always
fun,
goes fast.
and you have a good crew,
yeah,
it makes a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's been fun. So the first day we embarked at LA on Saturday, right?
Yeah, and it was overcast.
Yeah, it was Saturday. It was May 17th. And we thought it was going to rain. I don't think it ended up raining really,
No,
but it was cloudy all day until we got out of port, and then it cleared up.
Yeah, it was good.
So it was kind of nice. So we embarked on the trip. We went to our cabin because our cabin was available basically right away, right? As soon as we got
because we got to the port, we pretty much got right on, and then before you know it, well, yeah, we were like already sailing, but
yeah, we got on,
that's crazy.
And then we ate a quick lunch at the buffet, and then we started sailing at 3 o'clock, which is earlier than we usually do out of LA. So we did the sail away, and we saw we saw the lighthouse on the way out, and there were some sea lions out at the lighthouse, which was
they
nice
were pretty loud.
Yeah. But that was nice, and it was clearing up by then. So we didn't do much that first night. We did go to the Platinum and Elite Lounge.
Oh yeah.
For the first time on this ship, and I had a pretzel and some olives, I think.
And I just sat and saved our seats and was saying hi to some of the bar staff from our previous cruise. So I was excited to see them.
Yeah. And then like when we were up on deck 14 for the buffet for dinner, we heard an announcement from the bridge that they saw dolphins off the starboard bow. So we kind of hurried up and got a little bit of footage of the dolphins down. So we were all the way at the top of the ship, so we didn't get great video. But
I looked out. I decided to sit because I had just gotten a slice of pizza to eat for dinner. So Ed then ran upstairs and got video.
Yeah, so we got a little video of the dolphins.
Yeah, and then we got to see Lucas again.
Lucas, yeah, who was the master photographer on our last cruise, and on this cruise he was only on the first few days.
Yeah, he got off today, which is sad. But it was nice. We got to see him, and so.
Yeah, and then we went down to Explorers Lounge for they had a welcome aboard trivia, where some of it was about the ship itself. Most of it was about the ship itself.
Yeah, you would have thought we would have aced it.
Yeah, we should have done better than we did, but we did okay. We did tie for first place, so we got some
we got a
coaster.
few wrong, but
yeah,
we didn't know. It's like, wow, it was kind of funny.
Yeah. And then after that was the Strikeout game show, which is where you try to guess the year that a song was
we didn't go up. We could have gone up, but we decided just to watch. And, and we would just kind of point, which ones we thought, was the right.
But that was fun. They had pretty good participation, which is good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
And then after that was karaoke. We just sat and watched a couple songs, I think.
That was good. A lot more than the last cruise.
Yeah, more people doing karaoke than the last cruise.
Which was nice.
Yeah. And then we went back to the cabin and went to sleep. So that was the first day, embarkation day. The second day was Sunday, so that was May 18th. So we started that out as usual by going up to the buffet for breakfast. And then we went to the Princess Theater for it was a presentation on excursions, so
it was from the excursion desk, right? That's what it was. Yeah,
he basically listed some of the interesting excursions for the whole trip, basically.
Yeah.
Like he went through all the way to Aruba, which is our last port before we get off in New York City.
Which that was helpful because we decided to change one of our excursions. And then we booked another one. So I think we're in 6 ports. Is that this trip?
Yeah, I think it's 6 ports.
6 or 7 or 6.
And we have excursions in
3
of them. So
yeah,
the other ones we'll probably get off and just look around.
Yeah, so then we'll get a little footage and
Yeah.
hopefully share if this works out. We were having issues with our camera situation, so I don't know. We'll see how this turns out.
Yeah. And then we saw a martini demonstration in the plaza in the middle there.
Yeah, that was fun.
We watched that for a couple minutes. They got volunteers from the audience and stuff to
not
help
us.
them shake
We don't
martinis.
drink.
Yeah.
No, never mind. It's like, yeah.
And then after that, we went back to Explorers, and so the enrichment person, at least for the beginning of the cruise, is Mike Reese, who was one of the original writers of The Simpsons. So he was the writing team, Al Jean and Mike Reese. They wrote episodes. They were the showrunners for I looked it up, seasons 3 and 4 of The Simpsons. And then he also came back much later. So he's still working as a producer on The Simpsons. So he's a comedy writer. But his presentation was on, like, how did I get here, or something about travel.
Like, what? Yeah.
Because he travels a lot with his wife, mostly because his wife wants to travel. And he had stories about different
But yeah, interesting places that they're big to. So I found that to be really interesting.
Yeah,
and it was funny too. So
yeah, it was better than like we expected, because we
didn't really know. Yeah, we didn't know what to expect. So we're like, let's give it a whirl. See, you should always try something if you're not sure of it.
One of his stories was like a year or two before that submersible exploded.
Yeah.
Imploded, going down to the Titanic. He did it by himself, not with his wife.
There's a picture of him looking out the like his face. You can see out the window. You can see the Titanic. But apparently he's not allowed to tell the story. So,
but he said he might tell the story later.
Yeah, so we're hoping
we'll hear that. But he's been all around the world, so had funny stories about that.
The one too with like you can. I don't remember where it was, but. You could have a coffin made to look like anything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could probably just get that
somewhere.
anywhere, but it was showed some examples.
Yeah, that was fun.
Was it a Coke bottle?
Yeah, a Coke bottle coffin.
And a banana. Was it a banana?
That's what it looked
yeah,
like.
It was funny.
Yeah. And then we stayed in Explorers, and they did the Art of Collecting. Park West did it for their art gallery to kind of an orientation to the art gallery and collecting or something. And it was...
she was really good.
Yeah,
very knowledgeable.
The one who did it was her first time giving the presentation.
Which we didn't know until really after. Yeah.
Yeah, she was great. Then we went to dinner. One of the most exciting things we've done so far is...
I'm like, what?
Barb went to the coin, coin pusher again in front of the casino. So if you saw our videos from the longer cruise,
I had to go visit my friend.
Yeah, and it was interesting because the main prize on that thing is like a $25 roll of $1 bills, and it was fairly close to the edge.
And we weren't going to, but I was like, oh, why not? And we were lucky, and it just kind of like when we didn't get video of it, but it just kind of rolled right off.
Yeah.
And I won the 25.
So she got the $25.
And then we were so close to the bonus. I said, let's just I think we put in $3 more.
Yeah.
From that.
From the 25.
And then we hit, I think it was 20 instead of 21.
Yeah.
So we got 20 extra quarters.
It wasn't the jackpot, but it was pretty good.
So I was like, I don't want to walk around with these quarters. And I didn't really want to go change them in. So I said, let's go to the other machine because there's two side by side. And the other roll was pretty close. I said, well, here, let's try to push it closer for the next person so they can have, fun winning.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was good.
And then by then it was sunset. So I got a little bit of video of the sunset.
I haven't seen the sunset yet. I've been just chilling.
We went back into Explorers Lounge as usual. The first game at Explorers was Couch Potato Trivia, which was like TV show trivia.
That was a lot of fun.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, we didn't do that before.
Yeah.
And we sat with another couple that will have some other stuff because they participate in everything. So it's fun
really
to watch
nice.
now. We didn't win the couch potato, but I think we were only one off. Right?
And it was crazy because, I don't know, the MacGyver one that she knew,
we were guessing.
Which we didn't. And then one we should have known. I mean, I don't know, Sex and the City. Even though we never watched it, but you kind of would hear it. So, but we missed that, but it's okay.
And then after that, they did the Sky's the Limit, which we've seen before, but this time one of the people we were sitting with went up and did it. So Sky's the Limit's the game show where they get contestants from the audience, 3 of them, and they work with the cruise activity staff, and they bid on how many of a certain category they think the other person can get in 30 seconds with the audience's help. So that was fun. So they get up and name, what was it, hairstyles, right? He had to name 13 or 12 hairstyles.
And he's bald.
Yeah.
Well, not completely bald, but he's pretty close. It's kind of funny.
But he ended up doing it.
Yeah, no,
everybody,
it was good.
And actually they won the entire thing. So what did they win champagne, or did
I think they gave everybody
they gave everybody water bottles.
Yeah, and they didn't want it, so they gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I said, that's good, because we didn't bring our water bottles this time, which we should have brought our water bottles.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but now we have one.
Yeah, so it's good.
And then after that was musical bingo, which is always fun, where they play like...
It's just too fast.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I can't wait, what? You can just look at it and you know.
No, it takes, yeah.
You're really
good. They
good.
play songs and you have to mark them down on your bingo card. So that was fun, but we've never won that, so we didn't win this one again. But we got really close, yeah.
Did she win?
No, she was one off.
One off,
remember?
Okay.
Yeah, she had to get one more song, Ice Ice Baby. That's what it was. But they never played that, which is probably good in itself.
I like the song.
And then after that, there was karaoke, and he went up and sang a song for karaoke. We stayed up pretty late that night, and that was also the night of the time change. So they wanted us to set our clocks forward. So we didn't get back to the cabin till what I guess was midnight, or almost midnight.
And then I stayed up for another hour and a half.
Yeah,
I was trying to watch a couple shows before we lost our streaming services.
Yeah.
Because we're now in Mexico.
Yeah, now we don't have most of the streaming services. Some of them we can get.
Yeah, because I think Princess, we tried doing, I think we mentioned on our previous cruise, was it a VPN?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Princess blocks it. So I don't know, or they block them. I don't know if there's, I think we did ask them about it, and this is something that they don't.
Yeah, they don't support it.
So
we haven't tried it again. So that was a fairly late night. Then we got up pretty early the next morning. Well, I guess it was 8 o'clock ship's time, so it wasn't that early. So day 3 was Monday, another sea day. We went up to breakfast, and then there was an early enrichment talk in the Princess Theater by Mike
that's right.
Reese.
Yeah, 9:30.
And it was called The Science of Jokes, and it wasn't too scientific, but he had a paper published sort of about one theory of how a certain kind of joke works, which was really fun.
And it was interesting too.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't.
Yeah,
I never thought about stuff that he had mentioned, so opened my eyes to some stuff. But it was funny too.
Yeah, he was funny in that one too.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to his next one. I think it is tomorrow from when we're recording this. So we'll go see that. After that, there was a port talk from their new, I guess he's fairly new on this ship, right?
I think so.
Their port expert. A lot. Yeah, he used to run tours in Africa and South America and stuff. And so he gave us port talks on Huatulco and Puerto Chiapas, which are our next 2 ports in Mexico.
I'm glad you said those ports, because I would have stumbled.
Well, I can't say them correctly, but at least I'll say them. But they're 2 ports in southern Mexico. I mean, the southernmost one is basically a couple miles from the border of Guatemala, so it's almost as far south as you can get in Mexico. So now we know sort of what you can do right at the port when getting off.
I don't do well in heat and humidity, so
yeah,
I don't know why we did this trip. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so it would be neat to go see stuff, but yeah, I think we're saving them for the other ports. So.
Yeah, but it sounds like in Huatulco there is a little bit. There's a little beachfront town with some shops and restaurants and stuff right there at the end of the pier. So we'll
get
go
off
see that.
and check it out.
Yeah. So after that we went to lunch. Then we did the art auction. That was most of the afternoon. We sat in on their first art auction.
Because we like to support them. I don't know if any of you watch, but Ed and I, we were just recently on the Mexico 7-day cruise, and it was a VIP art with Park West. So
we bought enough art for a while.
But we're part of the family, so we like to, when we're on the ship, we do like to go, if there's an art auction, go and support them. And again, they try to get us to buy art, and it's like, we're not buying. I said, no, don't worry, we're not going to buy. And then of course she brought something over that, but we didn't buy anything.
We asked about.
But it was really good.
It was nice, but we didn't.
But So we'll probably, you might come back and just nap. I'll probably just go to the art auctions.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think it's kind of neat to see what people buy.
Yeah.
And look at the different art, and it gets me, gets the creative juices flowing, and I want to create. So it's like going to a museum.
Yeah. Yeah, they had some nice stuff, and they made a few sales, which is good, and not the cheapest ones too.
It was a mix.
They spent some money on it, yeah. So that was good, and then we went up to the buffet for dinner. We did make time to at least look at the champagne waterfall because it was formal night. So it was where they introduced the officers and started the champagne waterfall, and people were taking their pictures and things like that. So we have some video of that. That's always a tradition that's fun to watch. I don't know. You did it once years ago.
Oh yeah, years ago. But we didn't want to dress up for formal night. And we really didn't bring. Yeah. We did bring something to wear. Yeah,
but nothing too formal.
No, not too formal, because we thought if we go to the captain's circle, we should
dress up a
nicer.
little bit.
But we're on vacation. I don't want to get into.
Yeah. So after that, we basically went to Explorers again, and we sat with the same people. This time, the first one was Famous Faces trivia, which, in a way, was so easy that almost everybody got almost 100%. So, but one group did, one or two groups did get. We were one away again. We only missed like 2 or maybe we missed 3, and they had like 25 of them. Anyway, we did miss a couple of them, some soccer players.
And basically, it was just either like a portrait or a full length, and a strip of white going across their faces or their body, and then you had to kind of figure out who it was.
Yeah.
Was it Hugh Jackman? Was
that who we missed? That was hard to. Yeah. Anyway, we missed that one.
So if you're on it and you see it, it's Hugh Jackman. I'm just kidding.
The last one, the 25th one. And then after that was the Yes No Game Show, which was pretty early for this cruise. I wonder if they'll probably do it again.
Yeah, they'll probably do it again.
Because everybody likes that one. So the guy we were sitting with went up to. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Both of them did it.
Yeah,
both of them did it. So we have some footage of that. Yeah, Bob and Robin did it. Both of them did well, but neither of them actually ended up winning. Right?
But they have won in the past.
They've won in the past. They got pretty far. But the cruise director who was doing it, who was the only person was doing it. Usually the cruise director alternates with another member of the activity staff, but this time it was just the cruise director doing everybody. And he said that he hadn't lost one all year. I don't know if he was exaggerating.
But he did. Somebody did win.
Yes, so only one person won.
And he did say it was his favorite one to do.
Yeah, he was very good at it because he got people to say yes and no. And as usual, there was only one young person who came up, and that person didn't last very long because, I don't know, it seems like it's correlated with age. Like younger people don't tend to do as well in that game, but I'm sure we've seen people win. So that was the Yes No Game Show, and then at the end of that was 70s and 80s music trivia. So we sat through that. We didn't do very well on that one.
But it's crazy though, because we knew I've heard all the songs. Well, this one,
I have.
You were like, no, but I have. But I'm just.
It was probably a little harder than usual because they didn't play. They just played the intros to some of the songs, so it was a little hard. And anyway, but some people did really well on that one. Someone got, out of 40, they got like 33.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, so.
Well, and then our friends weren't there. They left. Then they came back.
They would have helped, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then karaoke. They did come back for karaoke, and he sang a song that we'd never heard of, which was it was a good song, and he did it really well.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. And then we just came back to the cabin and went to sleep.
Yeah. And that was it for our day.
Yeah, that was it. So that's days 1, 2, and 3. In a day or two, we'll probably have another one on Puerto Vallarta. We didn't do much in Puerto Vallarta, but we'll save that for the next video.
Well, we were just here on that last that 7-day cruise, so which I mean, if you're subscribers to our YouTube channel, you'll see there's a 9-minute video that you put up.
Yeah, for the whole trip. A little bit.
With being with the art.
Park West, we were in the auctions most of the time.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of free time. We did, but we didn't. But there wasn't really enough to really do any talking and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll have some of Barb's pictures at the end of this.
I didn't take very many yet. Yeah.
That's Panama's the main thing.
Yeah. We'll do a lot of Panama, so it'll be good.
So we'll see you soon. Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.